Welcome to my craft area. I'm Anna Hellman and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's look at today's project. I have two questions for you. One, do you know what this is called? And two, do you know what it is used for? And actually, let's add a third question. Do you have one of these? Okay, it has come to my attention that not all stampers know about this handy little tool that will save you a ton of headache and a ton of time in fixing your stamped images. So this, to answer the questions, this is the Stampin Pierce Mat, and I do not believe this is in our current catalog. So if you're looking for this in the catalog, I have not found it. I do not think it is there. But this little guy costs $5, and it is item number 126199. If you're ordering online, you can use that number. But this is really, really helpful for several reasons. If you have a hard time getting your stamped images to be even and complete and look nice, it is very possible that you need one of these. Now, my first recommendation for getting nice and even stamped images every time is the Stamparatus. So that would be your best bet. But when you're stamping using traditional blocks, then this is going to be your friend. So let's talk about why. There are three main reasons that I love this, or three situations when I really think this helps. One is when you are using large stamps. Two is when you are using solid stamps. And three is when you have an uneven surface that you are working on, which might be all the time for some of you. So let's look at this and do some side-by-side comparisons. Bring out some cardstock here. And we are going to stamp this wreath from the Arrange a Wreath stamp set using some Just Jade ink. And I am going to stamp it using normal pressure. I'm not going to push real hard, okay? So this did what it often does with larger stamps. And here you can see that it did not stamp completely. So I'm going to re-ink this. We are going to try a second time using the mat. Okay, so again, I'm not giving it a ton of pressure, and we got a much better result this time, okay? The foam pad just gives it a little bit of cushion, especially with these photopolymer stamps that don't have a lot of cushion, and it really helps to even out that color. Now let's look at a solid stamp. Okay, this one is pretty close to being solid, and it's from the same stamp set. I'm gonna ink it up with some crumb cake and stamp it here without pushing it. I want to make sure I got that inked. Without pushing too hard, I'm just going to apply it here to the paper. Okay? And I have a light spot right there in the center. It's dark around the edges, lighter in the center. And I do think I need to add some ink to this pad, but I think we can do this for illustration purposes. So here, I'm going to stamp again with the pad, and you see how much more even that color is. It really, really helps with these solid stamps. Now the third situation I mentioned when using this pad can be really helpful is when your work surface is not level. So I am going to create a not level work surface here using, we'll just lay out some envelopes. How about that? So now let's lay our wreath back here. And let's try and stamp this wreath right here on top of these envelopes. Okay, that did not work very well at all, and reasonably so, because the surface is not level. Now let's try it again. I'm going to put this foam mat over top, and we are going to try this again. For some of you, you may be working on a kitchen table or a folding table, you know, a table that is not perfectly flat, perfectly level, and that really can cause some problems with your stamping. So let's try it again, and a much, much better result. So I hope this is helpful. If you do not have one of these nice little foam pads, I really encourage you get one. That will save you a ton of time and a ton of headache. Thanks so much for joining in today. For more information and links to the products used today, click in the video description box down below to visit my website. Make sure you also click down below to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell to receive notifications when I share new videos. I truly appreciate you being here, as well as every like, share, and comment that I receive. I'll see you again next time when I'll be back helping you to hand make with love.